Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. As the work week kicks off tonight, another week of football comes to an end with a Monday Night Primetime contest between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. It's our Monday night opener for the season. Both teams are set up, and off we go. Starting from the 5. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
Over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's first and 10. First carry here for Jordan James. Looks like they're giving about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffled around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's second and 7.
Outside. 18. Watch out. Yellow.
From the gun is Purdy. To his back it goes, Jordan James. They'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
18. Watch out. Kick.
Purdy setting up that play action. That's a pulled in by James. And he managed what he can up to the 48. Met and stopped by Alex Highsmith.
4 yards.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. We're at a premium in this league.
And they make the tackle at the 38. He picks up 15 on the play. And that means it'll be first down San Francisco.
First and 10.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Play action now with Purdy. Bails out of the pocket quick. Right side, and that's secured by Kittle. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. Moving the ball very well out of the gate here. It's set up now at the 26.
26-yard line.
18. Yellow.
First down throw by Purdy. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And they've got a little extra distance now to make up here on second down.
Kate, all the data lately has taught us really clearly. Sacks, negative yardage plays. They not only just destroyed that play, they destroyed drives. Well done, defense.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Finds him over the middle. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you could find a completion just like that.
Kittle makes the catch. And he's going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers finish up an excellent opening series. George Kittle, the touchdown. All right, so nice little drive they put together there in their first series of the season, partner, and the year begins on a high note with a touchdown.
Yeah, they'll be able to begin this season on a high note with a win. Well, they put more drives like that together, they sure will. But
his kick is no good. He missed it. But wait just a second. Looks like the penalty flag might bail him out, Brock. I think this is going to be roughing the kicker. Well, any contact on an extra point is going to draw that flag, and it's going to let them try the point after again. So they miss the kick, but the penalty gives them another shot. And this time they're going to try for two.
Will line up for the two-point conversion.
Ball 12. Yellow.
Here's Purdy to throw for it. And the conversion is no good as that pass falls incomplete. Oh boy, that one's embarrassing. The penalty puts you even closer, but from 1 yard out, you still can't punch it in.
1 yard, 3 feet, 36 inches, doesn't matter the measurement. You're absolutely right. That's some humble pie served your way.
Wasn't accurate on the extra point, but he should be able to keep this between the sidelines, hopefully, as he sends this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball to the 35 to begin this drive. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10.
70.
Looking now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. Get some space around midfield. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's going to be good for an LA first down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
19 tight. 19 tight. Get it. Cup 19. Cup 19. 19 light. Panther 11. Panther 11. 60 average. 60 check smash. Check smash.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Forced out to his right. That's on target. Puka Nacua. And he nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Come on. Come on.
Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Throwing now off the play action. Catch made left side by Judy. Tackle made at the 10. 1st and goal coming up.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Rams, first down. 1st and goal, Rams.
First and goal, they're hoping for an opening drive touchdown.
Here we go. Check. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Ready, right?
Goal to go, they're passing. He brings it in. Touchdown, LA. The Rams find an answer with their opening drive. So the back does the work that time, Brock, taking it in for the touchdown.
Yeah, a running back in space can be an awfully dangerous weapon on a football field. Whether that's a designed route to him, a check down, You see what can happen, what kind of damage the elite running backs in this league can do.
Kaimi Fairbairn set to kick off.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
'49ers to the line. 1st and 10. Starting this drive with a design run. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Herbie Turner on the tackle.
That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Quarterback of his renown, Kate, I'm not surprised at all to see him throw it into double coverage early. And that incompletion, well, it's just going to fuel his confidence that much more to keep forcing it.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. Got his man. Hopkins has it. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down. No doubt they take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
Get set, get set.
Here's the handoff. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Zach Bond with the tackle.
At the 42-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
So we're down to 3 quarters remaining in our opening weekend of football. 7-6 is our score. Back to Levi Stadium right after this. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They'll have it 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. Short pass brought in. And he's got it called at the spot. Who will keep paid for that one? But hey, still enough for that first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Purdy on the play action. Trying to hit Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Dax Hill. And the Rams are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, 50 ball, more times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
Completed to his running back. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. Give him 13 on that play. And the Rams have the first down.
There are times a quarterback's got to be blacksmiths. When you're in the pocket, there's just a certain timing and precision. But you get outside that pocket, you got to be an artist. You got to be creative, and this guy is.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38.
70. Here we go. Check, Mash.
Mitchell up the middle. Romped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this. It's over. Over.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings, 19 Lions.
They're motioning him out of the backfield.
Go.
2nd and 10, back to throw. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
10 yards to go.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Ready. 18 Cardinal, 19 tight, 19 tight.
Man in motion here.
Ready.
No throw, 3rd and long. Completed over the middle. And they bring him down around the 34.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter, but they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Now a timeout called just as the play clock was down to 2. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Six yards to the line. The offense is going to go for this.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Ready. 70 Timberwolves. Trap 60, trap 60.
They'll throw for it. He finds the rookie from Ohio State. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line.
That's good.
How about 19 yards on 4th down, partner? And the call to go for it pays off.
16-yard line.
As a quarterback, you just know in that situation, when you go for it on 4th down, it may mean sometimes thrown into double coverage. But if you're going to go for it, at least give your guy a shot to make a play. And against really long odds, he came up with a big-time catch.
Throw left side, complete. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
And he'll throw off the play fake. Complete out to the right. He's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
It's a gain of a yard.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or big tight ends, a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Good moving drive, but it could stall out here. We've got 3rd and 4.
19, 8.
Left side, gets it out quick, and it's caught. That is an LA touchdown. The Rams parlay the interception into points. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown. Point after, up and good by Fairbairn. And the Rams grow their lead to 8.
14, 49ers 6.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Throwing the out route complete. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that gives the 49ers the first.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Get set, get set. Line around up. Stop.
Running with James. That's some daylight through the 40. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that means it'll be 1st down San Francisco.
Hey, these are the type of games he's counted on to get when they're available. Unfortunately, we had tremendous vision to see the seam and get through it before that window could close.
So 2 minutes still to play in this 1st half, partner. More football from Levi Stadium in just a moment. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Outside.
The gun is Purdy. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. That throw was looking for Brandon Ayuk. And it's going to be 2nd down.
With each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative this quarterback stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it. No luck finding George Kittle with that one. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
And 10.
Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line. On 3rd down, Purdy. It's his running back. And he's going to get persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. It's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that gives the 49ers the first.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Again, it's Brock Purdy. He works this to the 38 before going there.
Positive with that effort. He didn't go backwards. Didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, he didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on 2nd down.
Watch out!
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. He's got it near the 8. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Big play sets him up pretty here with 1st and goal from the 5. Now run, James. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Guessing everybody in the huddle on the sidelines sure want a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot, and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. It's out on the bootleg. Pressure coming, and they take him down. Now the Rams are going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. A big moment for them here to begin this new season. Here's 3rd and goal.
Get set, get set.
Purdy up the throw, complete. It picks up even out of bounds right at that 7-yard line.
Complete to Brandon Ayuk.
The former soccer star Brandon Aubrey on now to attempt the field goal. High percentage look for him here from the left half. Aubrey puts it through, and that gets him back within 5.
Hey, facing a deficit that's going to follow you into halftime in that locker room, they will welcome those 3 points and a little bit of feel-good momentum.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Fields this one at the 3. They'll have a long field ahead of him, partners. He's wrapped up shy of the 15.
At their own 14-yard line.
Now begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left.
Ready, 19 Lions, 70 Timberwolves, 18 Rattlers, 18 Rattlers. Good.
Throwing from the gun. That one's complete, right side. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. A big 34-yard pickup there. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
They'll go play action on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. We got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing them.
Ready, set.
Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20.
Cougar Knight, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Panther 11, Panther 11. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Ready, ready.
They're going play action. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
All right, following the incompletion. Here's 2nd down.
Go! 65.
Mitchell takes it straight ahead. And rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. This is Mitchell. They're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory. Going to the ground again on 1st. Winning their full steam ahead, but... Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point.
Ready.
Offense to the line, 2nd down.
Come on, set. 60 Eagles. Ready.
Now looking to throw. Nakua here, he's got it. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. A 28-yard pickup there. And the Rams have the 1st down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Okay, ready.
Offense is set. 1st and 10.
Get it.
And in motion out of the slot. He'll work against the blitz. We've got a screen to the running back. And he's going to work it to the 20. Brought down by the veteran, Carlton Davis.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break out something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
He gets it again to Mitchell. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams grow the lead coming out of halftime. Fairbairn now for the PAT. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Rams push the lead up to 12.
21. 49ers 9. Kaimi Fairbairn set.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. Showing a little burst so far. And some excellent field position awaiting them. That return up close to the 40 before he went out.
39-yard line.
The 49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. 1st and 10 coming up. Here's James running right. Nearly starts the drive with a 1st down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
He was brought down.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
An all-around tough play for him. It took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation. It's just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
And they're going to down about contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. When we've got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
Taking a shot deep here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That one intended for Brandon Ayuk. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Outside. 18, watch out. Yellow.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. Finds him over the middle. And they make The tackle at the 38. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that means it'll be first down San Francisco.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
38-yard line.
It's up.
First down, Purdy to throw. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And the defense not caught off guard at all. They track him down after a small gain.
I really do like that call. Knowing you still got another down to work with coming up, good change of pace. And that defense now, got to be honest, you don't know who's going to touch it where.
Ball placed at the 7. It's second and goal.
Yellow. Get set. Up.
Back to throw. Here's Purdy. On the move, headed right. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
He has the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers start the second half with some needed points. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown.
For the extra point.
And the extra point is no good. So potentially a key tally kept off the scoreboard, Brock. Going to see how and if this comes into play later in the second half. So now after his second missed point after the game, he's hoping to strike this one a little better as he kicks it away. And he takes it in the end zone for a touchback.
Take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready, set.
Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. First and 10.
Here we go, set.
The first carry now for Kyren Williams. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Ready.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10.
Ready. 19 Tiger.
A quick throw completed out to the left. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
It's a gain of a yard. And this is third down.
'49ers with an extra defensive back out there for this third down play.
Cougar 19. Trap 60. Check. 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Third and long for him here. Connects on the crosser. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. They gain 11 on that play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Ready up.
Here's first and 10 from the 47.
Let's go. Mustang 19. Bronco 8. Warrior 17.
Throwing from the gun here. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Bronk. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Throwing it again here. Escapes the pocket. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the first.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
First and 10 from the 43.
Let's go now.
We put a receiver in motion left. Has him on a quick hitter. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First and 10 from the 32.
Ready. 60 biceps. Ready.
They're going to try and throw it here. He rolls to his right. Taking a shot for the end zone. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams lengthen the lead at the end of the third. It's a Jerry Jeudy touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
And he's got it. They get the conversion, and that's going to extend their lead.
Rams 29, 49ers 15.
Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for two. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
At their own 18-yard line.
This, our last play of the quarter. First down throw by Purdy. All the left side. And he goes out of bounds. What a play to end this third quarter. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's 49ers ball, and they're sort of in comeback mode here. They trail to start the fourth. One play in, and they are already close to midfield. Purdy on first down. And the Rams are there, and down he goes. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up second down.
It's now 2nd and 19 at the 39-yard line.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Pass is pulled in by James. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Into the hands of Kittle. And he's taken down at the 30. One of their best play calls of this game so far, Brock. 17 yards on fourth down. That gets him the first.
First down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Again, it's Brock Purdy. It's his running back. And this one does not go far.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Sticking to the air here. It's Purdy. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
Get set.
Purdy gets this from the pistol. He's got Ayuk downfield. And they hit this well into the red zone now at the 15. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. Offense getting set. Here's first and 10.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
From the red zone now. Buys time. Oh, he was on the move, and so was the defense, and they take him down. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's second down.
At the 24-yard line.
Get set.
Purdy, a quick throw, complete. And he's going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers now within one score in the fourth. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Purdy leading the 49ers to the line for this two-point try. All right, they're going to throw for it. And the two-point pass falls incomplete. They tried to get aggressive, but it doesn't work.
49ers.
A lot's got to go right to tie this up now. Need a touchdown and a two-point try, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. First, got to recover this kick. And the onside kick doesn't pan out. The Rams make the recovery.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
Ready.
First down, play action. Completed to his running back. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
And this is going to be just what this defense ordered. A great play to back these guys up. Shift the momentum a little here in the fourth. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Here's Mitchell again. And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Offense there, Kate, went heavy with that 13 personnel. 1 back, 3 tight ends, and those 3 added blockers. Just the element they needed to spring that run.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. Rams up by 8.
On the ready.
Coming to the line, this is first and 10. Again, this is Mitchell. And he's going to be hauled down after a gain of about 7. It's second down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL,
after that little 8-yard scoot, here comes second and 2.
Come on, set. 60 Eagles.
From the gun, carried by Williams. That's not the way you want to go. Wrong way there. The push sends him backwards to the 6. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on third down.
Here we go. Set. Spinning.
Back to throw it. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams have a commanding 14-point lead now in the fourth. Fairbairn now for the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Rams lead by 15 now.
49ers 21. Kaimi Fairbairn.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Here's this at the 6. This makes it up to the 25.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10.
Get set. Get set.
And the gun is Purdy. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Throw right side and Dobbs has it. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
It's a gain of a yard. And the 49er first down.
To throw again, it's Purdy. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Back to the air on second, Purdy. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense. Sigh of relief for the defense. Now you got to adjust a little bit. Get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
Here he is to throw. And that's really one of the only things this offense couldn't afford to see happen, Brock. It's fourth and long.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks, well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
So it's the Rams who take this one on the road. And this isn't just any 1-0 start for them. They picked up